Hey guys, I stand here with Game of the Month, and this month I took a look at Transformers Devastation. And now then, a few things I want to get out of the way before I get into the good stuff of the game is, one, the level design of this. It's very nice, I would say, for a city, but however, the main city level that you'll be doing most of your missions in and doing most of the chapters in, it's kind of hard to feel like you're having any progress go by. I mean, certainly it'd make it feel like there was more progress getting done if you actually went from one map to another, like, even if it was just a foresty area or more of the outskirts of the city being explored, then maybe that would help it out more and not just spending the main priority of your time in one city. Because, yeah, it does feel like that eventually it just feels like running in place. That's all it does. Best way to describe it. Another thing that's a bit of a disappointment is the fact that there are no flying Autobots you can control, and the fact that you can only control the Autobots and do it from one side. It's just, I would have loved to just fly through the city, but I can see why that they didn't do that, because this whole entire game actually has some platforming involved, and if you could just fly over those platforming sections, then it would be very fun. Also, there are some hidden chests you have to ground pound out, but you couldn't get to those with a flying vehicle now, could you? Well, I guess they could if they wanted to, but they'd have to figure out an animation for it. And the limited amount of Autobots is just not helping this game either, because you only get like 5. You get Optimus Prime, you get Bumblebee, you get Grimlock, you get Sideswipe, and one other guy who I cannot remember his name for the love of me. Blur, I think that's it. I think his name's Blur. Okay, we'll go with that for now. But, one, and the final thing is just, honestly, the combos and just how they work. Basically, hammers have certain combos, swords have certain combos, fists have certain combos, and you can equip them to basically any Autobot out there. Except for a few weapons that are specific for that Autobot. Like, for instance, Prime has his axe, Bumblebee has his Bumblebee gauntlets, Grimlock has his Grimlock claws, and so on and so on. You get the point. But anyway, the way this works is that any other things that you find, like a random hammer or random sword or random glove fist stuff, you can equip that to any of the Autobots that say you can equip them to. Because the hammer can only be used by Optimus and Grimlock, but I'm not sure what can't be used by those two yet. But anyway, the combos are on the weapon themselves. So if you know one character who has, say, dual blade swords and you equip them to any other character, you already know the combos for it, except for maybe the transformation attacks and the unique abilities that each Transformer has. Bumblebee has sort of a way to get around his opponent. Optimus Prime has just a giant truck, heavy hitting. Grimlock has a charge, so will allow him to grab anyone. Blur just literally pops up in front of the nearest enemy's face, and then Sideswipe, he brings out a giant shield to protect himself. And another thing about the combo stuff is that some of it's actually behind a paywall, and that kind of just annoys me a little bit. The paywall is in the in-game currency, so if you are confused by any way, oh wait, I have to spend actual money on this? No. You only spend money on the game. The moves and combos are unlocked by the in-game currency, which is, I think it's Cybertron stuff. I don't know, can't remember it. But yeah, once you unlock one of those, you unlock it for everyone else. That annoys me a little bit because it feels like they could have given each of the Autobots their really own combos that only they could do. If they would have personalized it a bit more, this would not be on that. Now then, let's get into the good stuff of the game. For one, it's very, 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 very lovely. With the cel-shaded graphics and the cartoonish style of it, oh, it feels very, very 90-esque, but in 3D. Not only that, the plotline of this whole entire game feels like a actual Transformers arc that you could have, and it's wonderfully fun to go through it as well. Again, my main gripe is just is that you don't get many Autobots to control, and that you can only control the Autobots. But the enemies in this game are fun to beat around with, and the AI, for about easy and normal difficulty, they're they're what you expect from a Dynasty Warriors game. However, for those of you out there who like a game called Dark Souls, oh, now let me tell you something. If you want a challenge from the very start of this game, put it up to the highest difficulty level. The AI is much more advanced. They'll use their more powerful and heavy attacks, the ones that can't be blocked, but you have to dodge. And if you don't dodge or dodge them correctly, you're not going to last long. You want to know how many times I died on the tutorial level as Optimus just because I didn't know how to dodge? 10 times. 10 times. 10 times. That's your answer. Now then, most of the missions are quite repetitive, as in you have to go here and beat up this person, or you have to go here and beat up all these enemies. But there are those occasional missions that are just unique in their own way, as in one will have you chase an enemy down, one will have you race an enemy, one will have you just do a rail shooter thing, and so on and so on. I mean, they're at least adding level variety, and I've gone from 2D platformer to top-down shooter to just back to the regular camera angle that the game has the game at. The bosses in this game are also quite fun to go through. Each one of them takes a certain nicking to them to get by, as I'll say. And if you're not careful when you play this game on hard mode for the first time ever, every boss will kill you in literally 3 hits. 3 strikes, you're out. Doesn't matter what level you're at. You're dead after 3. So that adds to a lot of the difficulty. Not only that, but again, turning the difficulty onto higher will also increase the AI's awareness, as you would say, a little bit. But however, I've noticed that between easy mode and hard mode, the only difference between the AI is that the AI is willing to use more powerful and somewhat cheap tactics to get by. And the only way to really counteract that is to dodge a lot. Now then, if you're a huge fan of the Transformers franchise, I would suggest getting this game. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's a hell of a lot of fun to play, and not only that, but it does feel like something that would be in sort of a Transformers story arc. If you are looking for a game that's also just fun to beat up random enemies and just go through a game in a short amount of time, yeah, play this game too. It's fairly short on the easier modes. If you're going to play this on hard mode, expect to die a lot and expect for this game to kind of just drench up your time. It took me a few days to get past Chapter 3. And it was just hard on that level. I mean, jeez. Anyway, this will be Ice Knight signing out for the day. Please do make sure to like and comment on this video. Comment down below, by the way, and tell me what you think of this game if you have it. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos that are going to come out next month. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.